look at that glowing. I gotta clean the windows outside, but look at that glowing. Those micans, beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Love it. Love houseplants. Especially in the cold season, it's like, oh, you gotta appreciate them more. Gorgeous plant, gorgeous plant. I love it right there too in the windows. Is that a profile picture? Maybe, yeah. Super easy to take care of. Super easy to take care of. They do love water, but even if you underwater it, and the leaves will start to kind of like shrivel. But yeah, this plant is one of the easiest plants to take care of and highly recommended for beginners. It has a very velvety texture, cute heart-shaped leaves, and if they do dry out, you just put some water in and they bounce back pretty easily. All right, and another plant recommended for beginners is a ZZ plant. ZZ is a short name for the botanical name I will put on the screen. Good luck pronouncing it. Gotta love botanists who know how to do this. But yeah, look at the leaves, the glossy black leaves. This is a ZZ raven, so the raven has like the black leaves to it. The new growth would be slightly green, like you can kind of see coming out of here. Yeah, it's a new stalk coming up. But also the leaves would be green, but with like black veining on the newer growth that hasn't hardened off yet. So I think all of these are pretty mature. But yeah, this is a great plant for beginners too, because it's you could treat it kind of like a succulent. Like it doesn't need a whole lot of water. You could kind of just forget about it. Beautiful plant. And I'm going to show you the traditional ZZ plant. Yeah, this is the traditional ZZ plant with the green leaves. And they have like a shine to them too. They're very shiny, unlike many other plant leaves. And I actually have it in a like a terracotta-esque pot. That way it can dry out. And again, it's like one of those plants where you could kind of just forget about it and it'll thrive. The raven is actually good for low light situations too. Fun plant. Too far over, I have this Calathea rufibarbara. Now, usually Calatheas have a much broader leaf, but and are more sensitive to lights and also watering. But this one, this particular one here, this one is by Proven Winners. It's called a Lancelot. That's like the generic name. But this Calathea here is actually like fuzzy. I like the texture. The underside has like fuzziness to it. It's like velvet. I think that's the best way to describe it. You have these like reddish colored stems too, which is different. And the leaves are pretty too, because they have like the ruffly siding to it, and the undersides are red too. So, and this is more tolerant of being moved around and different sun conditions and watering conditions. It's not going to throw a hissy fit. So another great plant for beginners or low maintenance. Another great low maintenance plant is a Syngonium, also known as the arrowhead plant. These come in so many different varieties of like coloring. This one has pink veining and green leaves, but the newer leaves will have more pink on their leaves. So this is just one of them. They're a great like vining plant too. This is just one of them. I'll show you two others. This one right here actually like screams fall vibes to me, even though we just had our first snow here in Pennsylvania where I live. It has more of like a stressed sun color, so you give them more sun, they could turn different colors like this. But I thought that was beautiful and great to add to my fall collection. This is another Syngonium. It's like that classic green, dark green, light green veining. Beautiful plant. Very easy, low maintenance. Won't fuss over too much light or not enough, or too much water or not enough water. Next on the list are Peperomias. Some people have trouble with these. I, however, have abandoned and neglected and actually tried to kill this one over the summer. And because I was just kind of like tired of it, you know, but it's really a beautiful plant. I should have treated it better. It has like the red stems, very cool. And then it has the watermelon peperomia name because if you look at the leaves here, it has like some silver to it, but it kind of looks like a flattened watermelon. Yeah, it is a pretty plant. I'm glad it didn't die on me. But again, it's like it won't throw a hissy fit if it's too dry or too wet or anything. So great plant for beginners. And this is a different type of peperomia. This is the Peperomia frost. It has smaller shaped leaves compared to the watermelon one. White stems. Very more silver on the leaves, but yeah, they have different varieties of Peperomia. And for those of you who like for their houseplants to actually have blooms on them, usually houseplants are just typically known for the foliage, but these African violets, they're pretty common. I mean, you could find one for like maybe $5 at your big box store. Very like soft fuzzy leaves, they're big and bold. And look at, I mean, they have so many different types of blooms. This one is just purple with white throat. The key to these are to water underneath, bottom water. Don't get up here, don't get this all wet. Just water from below. And it's pretty tolerant of more shaded areas. This is the second time this one bloomed for me. And I actually have it like right over in this area here. Yeah, beautiful. So it does get some sun. There's obviously a lot of sun in this room, 4 big windows. And another plant I'm going to add to the list is this Aglaonema. It looks very similar and behaves similar to a Dieffenbachia, so maybe I'll just group them together. These are very, very easy house plants. They don't fuss over less water or too much water. However, if you do see like the leaves drop, okay, if you see the leaves drop completely, it's not dead, give it water. It'll show signs of it, but it's not dead. Just give it water, it'll perk back up within a day. They have different types of like foliage and everything for this Aglaonema and Dieffenbachia, so this is just the one that I particularly have. Alright, and right here we have a Begonia maculata. It's an angel wing begonia with silvery white polka dots on it. Kind of look like jelly beans or something. I don't know. It's a very cool plant. This one for about a year now, and it grew substantially. I actually have cuttings. I sold cuttings. It's very, very tolerant of a lot of conditions. Beautiful plant. It has the maroon undersides, as you can see there. And yeah, like I could actually just grow these in water too. Like this is growing in water. And these babies right here, I'll sell these when they grow a little bit of roots. But yeah, there's even new growth coming out on them. So you can grow them in water. They're such an easy plant. Begonias to be pretty easy for the most part. I mean, I really haven't had this one droop or flop on me or any type of problems. And I actually have it in a container, well, a glass that actually has no drainage holes. Now, some people can deal with that, some people can't, but this plant seems to be thriving in it. Alright, so here's some more lovely plants that I think is for beginners. I'm just going to group these in with like succulents and cacti, okay? This is a bromeliad, has like the razor sharp edges kind of, but I mean this is just, you can leave it alone kind of plant. I had it in all different types of situation, like more sun, less sun, and it's doing well. It's putting on a lot of new growth, so very fun, and they have beautiful blooms. This is a Cal and Chloe. This is what they a variety called stained glass, because you can see like the different gradients of pinks and purples and blues. Yeah, that was like a new find recently. Beautiful color. And I just want to show you guys these. So these are echeverias, okay, the rosettes, and I just like, I didn't want to deal with them anymore. So I kind of like let it die out. Well, it didn't want to die, okay? Like, succulents don't need water. These plants don't need a whole lot of water. And it kept growing. Like, look at this. This is just insane. Like, my neglect was love for it, I guess, if that's a good way of saying it. So since I have all these new pups down there and everything, yeah, let me see this. Yeah, see, this one is growing, and it's not even connected to the mother plant. Like, you can literally just lay these leaves out and they'll grow more plants. They're just like so foolproof. The less love you give it, the better. No fertilizer needed. So I just figured I'd show you guys that, because it's like I tried to kill these and they just wanted to live. And that's fine, because you know what? I'm going to cut them and I'm going to make a cute little arrangement. I actually have a company sending me some succulents over. It's called The Next Gardener, and I got to pick like 20 succulents, okay? And I should be getting them this coming Friday, and I'm going to be making an arrangement for them, but you guys should check out their website. There is a code for my channel too. You get 15% off. All the details are in the description. So if you're into succulents, check them out, because they even have rare succulents and cacti. Fun. All right, another easy plant for beginners, or one that is highly recommended, is a Hoya. There's so many different types of varieties of Hoyas. This plant, actually a friend gave them to me. There's actually 2 cuttings in there. There's one right here, and then there's the second one. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So since I had it since like maybe July of this year, it put out 4 new leaves. And it has this, I don't know the name of this particular kind, but it has like little white splashes on them, and there's so many different Hoyas out there. But again, you could kind of treat it like a succulent too, like not too much water, not too much love, and they produce really beautiful blooms, and it's a vining plant too, so you could hang that. And the African violet I showed you earlier, I actually have a Wyetii growing out the bottom. Oh my gosh. I need to move that. I think I just stuck it in there. Somebody randomly gave this to me when I was delivering food for them. I saw that they had a plant collection. I was like, oh, your plant collection is really cool. And they're like, oh, you want a cutting? I'm like, sure. But I just stuck it in there until I could pot it in the meantime, so I got to take care of that. But yeah, they just come with different varieties of shapes and colors and of leaves and blooms too. Alright, the last one on my list that's in my collection here is this Florida green philodendron. I put this on the list because if you want like some funky shaped leaves, not like a traditional bolt shaped leaf, this is a plant for you. Let's see here. I only had it like for a few months, but honestly it's so easy, just water when needed. It's not a fussy plant, and I'm trying to trail it around this beam here, so it's growing. It grew quite a bit. I want to say at least it grew a foot since I had it. But great plant, fun foliage. It's something different. Yeah, as you can see, the more mature growth has the darker leaves, and the newer growth has the green leaves. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. You'll have to excuse my voice. I am sick this week. Oh, I got a virus. It's not fun. But I really wanted to put out a video, and I wanted to put out a video regarding houseplants and just something for beginners, because I know like during the winter, adding greenery to your space just like lifts up your mood. It just makes things feel alive, especially, you know, when you have these like cold, dark bleak winters like I do here in Pennsylvania. And don't forget to check out the Next Gardener website. The link is in the description. You get a discount if you use my code, and they have some really cool succulents and cacti, even rare kinds. It was fun. It was fun to like shop through them all. And if you want to see more videos, hit subscribe, and I'll check you later. Bye.